COVID-19 pandemic is everyone's concern. We therefore encourage you to take the necessary precautions to protect yourselves and families. These include wearing a face mask and practicing social distancing while in public. You should also wash or sanitize your hands frequently. Welcome to Info Hub for Wednesday, August 26th. Thank you for joining us as we continue to highlight the work of the PPPC government aimed at improving the quality of life for all Guyanese. His Excellency Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali, President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, has received a congratulatory letter from President of the Federative Republic of Brazil, His Excellency Jair Bolsonaro, who expressed his desire to see strengthened cooperation between the two nations. In his letter, President Bolsonaro said, "I affirm the priority attributed by Brazil to the bilateral relationship. I am ready to work with Your Excellency in continuing strengthening the ties of friendship and cooperation between our two countries, with the view of the well-being and prosperity of Brazilian and Guyanese peoples." The President noted, too, the conclusion of the electoral process ratifies the commitment to democracy that must continue to guide our whole region. President Bolsonaro also extended best wishes to President Ali for success in the exercise of his mandate. Let's tell you now that plans for the National Communications Network Berbice location are in the pipeline, as the branch was visited today by Minister of Public Affairs within the Office of the Prime Minister, Honorable Kwame McCoy.
Minister McCoy visited the New Amsterdam Berbice location to assess the current state of the sub-agency. This is part of a series of investigations into the operations of state media, with the aim of offering better services to the country. NCN Berbice manager Donna Matu explained that the branch is in desperate need of an upgrade since the equipment is outdated. Staff is also in need of training.
The challenges still remain with the equipment. Audio mixer, shorting out, TriCaster has been away for quite some time. Where we've kind of fixed the internet is much better. That was a major one.
She noted that sharing the compound with the New Amsterdam Technical Institute has been a major challenge.
The location has been an issue for us. The reach. It's not that we have an independent entrance, so you have to go through the laws and the stringent things that the TI will put in place.
Transmission operator Sohan Matadine also informed the minister that for the past 2 years he had to take on the task of marketing as well as other roles. Minister McCoy said that the works are ongoing to have a new board installed to deal with the issues of the company.
There are serious issues here. We have to work towards resolving them. I'm hoping very soon that we'll have a board that will be able to look at these matters, outline a way forward for the company, how they could be able to be more creative in bringing in revenue, and how we could be able to utilize our resources in the best way possible.
In the meantime, a short-term solution in relation to lack of equipment has already been identified.
There are very little simple things that can be addressed, like I just understand from one of the technical guys from Georgetown, Devon, who's here on the visit, that one solution so far is that they have computers sitting at the office in NC and Georgetown, that just a minor repair to that computer could help them resolve an issue here.
In response to a proposal for relocation, Minister McCoy visited the proposed location. He noted that the building was in dire need of repairs. A decision would be made on the way forward. For InfoHub, Akishi Budi.
Good news! Residents of Lost and Rust will be benefiting from the installation of Streetlights, complements of the Geico Construction and General Services Incorporated and La Rose Electrical Supplies and Construction. 20 of the lights were handed over to the Ministry of Housing and Water by Chief Executive Officer of Geico, Kamal Singh, while another 10 were pledged by proprietor of La Rose Electrical Supplies and Construction, Kwesi La Rose.
Minister within the Ministry of Housing and Water, Honorable Susan Rodriguez, was present at the handing over ceremony. Geico CEO Kamal Singh expressed his satisfaction that he was able to provide the assistance, which will see residents of Lost and Rust benefiting.
So over the last 2 days, we had a grader and a roller working in the village here to get this road to a smooth condition where vehicle can move through very easily. In addition to that, we are also donating today to the village through Central Housing and Planning 20 streetlights that the ministry will choose the appropriate location within the community.
Managing Director of LaRose Electrical Supplies and Construction, Kwesi LaRose, noted that his company is pleased to be installing the streetlights donated by Geico. He also committed to donating 10 more streetlights.
Because we have so much vandalism and theft, we're going to be customizing it with the slogan CHMPA in a reflective way that you can, from the ground, because there will be in an elevated position, we'll be customizing it CHMPA, so that you can look at in any area to see that, okay, this is essential housing planning light and it's not supposed to be here, or this was done with this project and it's supposed to be here. So that's one of the features we're bringing in with this new installation.
In brief remarks, Minister Rodriguez says that the 30 streetlights will be installed throughout the community.
Following my visit last week to the area of Lust and Rust, these gentlemen reached out and said they wanted to help in any way that they can, and we sat down through a public-private partnership and we identified the roads that were in deplorable condition. I want to say thank you to these gentlemen for the work that they're doing, and these lights are not going to be received and put down. We already have a team in place that are going to begin installation immediately.
Neola Damon, InfoHub.
Minister of Agriculture Honorable Zulfikar Mustafa has taken the decision to resume the Farmers' Day initiative, also known as Open Day, to listen to and address the concerns of farmers and other stakeholders in the sector.
Farmers were able to voice their concerns and issues to Minister Mustafa and various heads of departments for immediate assistance. The Farmers' Day was hosted in the ministry's boardroom. A concerned citizen, Dr. Bernard Dennison, praised the initiative, which he noted will assist in the development of the agriculture sector alongside the oil and gas sector.
There were discussions that I had relevant to the farming situation, and I am very impressed that Minister's taken it on himself to move in that direction, because most people in Guyana seems to be thinking the only thing here is oil. When oil gone, agriculture has to be here. When oil gone, all of the other things has to be here. So I am at this point impressed with where Minister and the ministry is going in respect to farming. I mean, there were people that couldn't farm that is now able to get back onto their farming area and get on with farming.
Meanwhile, Region 2 rice farmer Ramnesh Ramlakan expressed satisfaction that an issue he has been facing for the last 5 years will finally be addressed by Minister Mustafa.
The issue I came here to address with the minister was issue for the past 5 years with GRDB, and so far he gave me a good answer about the whole matter, and he said he's going to still continue work with it to let the matter be resolved.
Block drains, employment opportunities, and land allocations were among other issues highlighted. Minister Mustafa said the decision was taken to restart the initiative so that he can listen to the concerns of the farmers and resolve their issues. This approach, he says, is in keeping with the PPPC government's aim to further develop the agriculture sector.
I think that the extension services that normally the ministry provides, I think we have to improve on that. As a matter of fact, since I came here, and I think that many farmers now are being visited by our extension officers, and that will be the new norms, that they will have to go and report regularly what they are doing and how they are helping farmers. I have reopened this open day because I want to listen firsthand from the farmers what are affecting them.
Neola Damon, InfoHub.
Minister of Local Government and Regional Development Honorable Nigel Darmlal and Minister within the Ministry Honorable Anand Prasad met with the Mayor and technical team of the Georgetown City Council to further discuss plans to enhance the aesthetics of the capital city.
The PPPC government, upon assuming office, established an interministerial task force which was tasked by His Excellency Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali, President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, with devising a plan to enhance the quality of life in Georgetown. The committee conducted a rapid assessment of the physical works to be done in the city. Minister of Local Government and Regional Development, the Honorable Nigel Darmlal, who is the head of the committee, explained that the move is geared towards enhancing the aesthetics of the capital city, improving the physical infrastructure, safety, and drainage and irrigation. He explained that the initiative is distinct from the Georgetown Restoration Project, noting that the intention is to work hand in hand with the mayor and city council to enhance the quality of life in Georgetown.
Now is for us to forge this relationship to ensure that all that we would like to get done as council, as government, but I think most importantly, as citizens of Georgetown, that the challenges that we face, we'd hope that we can overcome these challenges after today and to get cracking on what has to be done.
Minister within the ministry, the Honorable Anand Prasad, explained that the project's overarching aim is to return the city to its former glory.
We want Georgetown to return to its pristine glory, and we want you to collaborate with us in a meaningful way, a sustainable way, in which we can return our city to the pristine way it was.
Wednesday's meeting was hosted following a request by Mayor of Georgetown, His Worship Uwaj Narain. He assured that the MNCC is willing to work along with the government on the initiative. Cinco Thorne, Info Hub.
More news after this short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. Ensuring workers' rights and equal pay are some of the top priorities highlighted by representatives of oil company ExxonMobil during a courtesy call on Minister of Labor Honorable Joseph Hamilton.
The brief meeting held between representatives of ExxonMobil and Minister Hamilton highlighted a number of welfare issues aimed to improve the lives of employees in the oil and gas industry.
Our expectation is that workers must be paid equally for equal jobs, and I have indicated to Exxon that there are allegations in the industry that expatriate employees are being paid presently more than Guyanese employees, in my view. I said to them that honestly, I've heard these conversations and allegations referring to their subcontractors. And I said to them, you have an obligation and a responsibility to ensure that the subcontractors and your contractors follow the principle of equal pay, equal job.
Minister Hamilton highlighted the need for workers in the industry to be able to participate in a union, a right enshrined in the Constitution of Guyana.
They have to facilitate the employees to be unionized if they want to be unionized, to join unions if they want to join unions, or if they just want to have workers' representative organization within the company, so that their interests can be represented to the company. And I think it makes more sense to me, business-wise.
It is the mandate of the Labor Ministry to ensure that employees in the oil and gas sector receive their benefits and ply their trade in accordance with the occupational safety and health stipulations.
Issues are to ensure the oil and gas industry facilitate labor offices to do visitation offshore and even onshore engagement with oil and gas companies. Also, our occupation health and safety offices also be facilitated to do the inspections. Exxon is undertaking to link. They have a department that deals with these matters in the industry, to have them sit down at the technical level with our people here, that is Labor Department, and with the Occupation Health and Safety Department, so that they can together work out the protocols, how this will happen. And I indicated to them, I need for this to happen expeditiously.
For InfoHub, Ayana George.
To address the backlog of house lot applications, the new housing ministers will meet with National Industrial and Commercial Investments Limited (NISIL) over the development of lands previously owned by the Guyana Sugar Corporation, Gaisuco. NISIL, which had oversight over the privatization process for Gaisuco, sold approximately 1,000 acres of land to the Central Housing and Planning Authority. These transactions to date remain incomplete. The meeting set for Friday is to fast-track that process. Minister of Housing and Water, Honorable Colin Crowell, addressed the matter on the sidelines of a visit to Lost and Russ on Tuesday.
I'm meeting with the head of NISIL by the end of this week. We're meeting on Friday morning, in fact, and that is for us to address the backlog of the transfers of land to Ministry of Housing and Water so that we can fast-track the allocation of house lots and to put the infrastructure in place too. Because, you know, we have an aggressive drive and we're talking a minimum of 50,000 house lots within the next 5 years. But it's not only about just sharing out a letter to say you have been allocated. It's about putting the infrastructure of the road network, the water network, the electricity network. And so that was complete the housing area. And that is our focus over the next couple of years.
Minister of Agriculture, Honorable Zulfikar Mustafa, has been busy over the past few weeks meeting with farmers, other residents and stakeholders in the sector to ensure that their concerns are addressed in the shortest possible time. Yesterday, the minister took the opportunity to tour several agriculture agencies to familiarize himself with the various departments and staff members. Let's take a look.
Minister Mustafa visited the headquarters of the National Drainage and Irrigation Authority, NDIA, the Guyana Sugar Corporation, Gaisuco, and the Guyana Rice Development Board, GRDB. There he spoke of his expectations while enforcing the new administration's policies and programs. The minister said since he took over, the ministry has been trying to put systems in place.
We are trying to put some system in place that are responsive to the people. And we want to be an agency, a ministry that is very responsive. So when people come to us for issues, we must be ready to resolve those issues.
Those present at the short briefing were also reminded of their contributions towards building the agriculture sector.
We all have to ensure that we work assiduously. We all have to ensure that we deliver because people depend on us for their livelihood. We have to give them water. We have to drain their land. So for drainage and irrigation, they depend on us for a lot of things.
Interacting with employees at GRDB, the agriculture minister noted the importance of teamwork.
We must build a team in the Ministry of Agriculture. That is my view. And all of us have responsibility. And that responsibility is to ensure that we carry out the policies and program of the government. As I said when I met with the senior personnel in charge of these agencies, I said that as minister I will not look at race, religion, or political affiliation. When you come to the ministry work, you have to do the work of the ministry. And that will be the main objective of each and every one of us who wants to continue to work in the Ministry of Agriculture and the various agencies.
During his walkthrough at the GRDB, the minister was given a tour of the central laboratory and was briefed on its daily operations. Meanwhile, a similar familiarization exercise was carried out at the Guyana Livestock Development Authority, GLDA. All employees were encouraged to work collaboratively to better boost the production of the sector, which will in end meet the expectation of the government. Minister Mustafa is expected to revisit the departments where he will formally interact with the staff to address any issues they may have and to decide on the way forward. Neola Damon, InfoHub.
Still in the agriculture sector, Guyana is expected to receive 3 additional mobile pumps by late October to assist with its drainage capabilities ahead of the next rainy season. This was disclosed by India's High Commissioner to Guyana, His Excellency Dr. K.J. Srinivasa, during a courtesy call to Agriculture Minister Honorable Zulfikar Mustafa at his Regent Street office yesterday. Meantime, speaking following a meeting with staff also on Tuesday, Minister Mustafa said government has also purchased pumps for the sector.
We have purchased 9 pumps, 3 mobile pumps, and 9 other pumps. Those 9 pumps are in the country. The 3 mobile pumps, however, have already left India in transit to Guyana. Hopefully by the end of, before October, we should have those 3 drainage pumps in the country. That will boost our drainage system, and that will help us to ensure that we prepare for the December rainfall.
Any specific areas this time to use?
No, well, I am looking at the areas that need these services. So remember, those are mobile pumps, so we can move it any part of this country.
Remember to do your part to ensure you do not put yourself at risk during this time. If you have a cough, fever, and difficulty breathing, seek medical care early, but call the hotline first. That's all for today. Connect with us on all our social media platforms, including Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, and visit our website, dpi.gov.gy, as we bring you the latest and important news on what the government is doing to ensure the continued development of our country. Your Bridge reports are up next. Goodbye.